Okay, so welcome to Illustrator. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to open a blank document. Pretty simple. So find your Adobe Illustrator icon on your desktop, and then you'll bring up this page, and you'll find New. A lot of Adobe Illustrator has a lot of shortcuts, so if you can learn them along the way, it's going to really help you speed up processes. So for example, we're going to open a new document. We're just going to press on our keyboards Control N. So now you've got your new document. We'll call this Mr. Prosser 1. You can call it whatever you like, whatever helps you remember. Now here we've got letter, we've got different sizes of paper. We're going to keep it to letter at this stage, and your orientation can either be in portrait or landscape mode. We then press OK, and this is going to bring you up with a blank document in Adobe Illustrator. Now there are a lot of buttons and different things we can learn along the way, all on your left and on your right. I've given you some handouts that you can use and sit them on your keyboard to help you remember what they are, and a few different shortcuts. Don't let all of this overwhelm you at this stage, because Illustrator is a hard program to master, but together we'll slowly learn it. And if you have any issues, just pause the video, you can go back, or we can you can Google or YouTube different ways of doing things. It's a really handy way of learning new things on Illustrator. Now the tools, as you put your mouse over them on the left hand side here, you'll see it comes up with what the shortcut actually is. So if you want to learn them, it's just going to be Control M. For if I want to do the rectangle tool, I'll press Control M, come over, and there's the rectangle. So you'll see it goes dark as a box, so you can choose them. These are all the tools. If you want another tool, if you see in the bottom right hand side here, you go right. If you click down on that, you've got different tools in the boxes. Now if you're unsure of what you've chosen, an easy way to check is just, you've selected your item, you go over, and a lot of them have different symbols, so you can see that as I'm choosing different options, the cursor is actually changing its shape. So that's a good idea to use. Now to start, we're just going to learn about the fill and the stroke tool. So I want you just to open File, Open, and we'll go into the Interface Introduction. Press close on that one. Now zooming is down on your bottom left. If you can see my cursor there, you can press 100%, and you can scroll down to see that this is the face we're going to play with. There are other shortcut buttons, so if you want it to fit your entire work area, you can go Control 0, and that will open it up. So now, as you can see, the top one there is fill, and your bottom one there is stroke. So if we go up to the very top left there and go Selection Tool, and we select our face there, we can now play around with our object. So instead of yellow, we can make him green, blue, pink, and we can also change the thickness and the color of the outline. So that's an outline. You can see if you go further to your right, you've got different widths, and you've also got different dots and whatnot. You can also select here how thick you want to make it. So that's an easy way of just learning about fill and stroke, and we're going to use them a bit over the next 4 weeks. So now, once you've done that, guys, have a play around with it. You can also see this shows that it's one entire object. So you've got your yellow fill and your orange stroke, and you can move this around. Now we can also see here we've got a reverse button. You can reverse the colours very easily and quickly. So if we use the selection tool and highlight our face again, you'll see all these options in the control bar come up. Now this control bar is used a lot in Illustrator. So as we can see here, as mentioned, we can change the colour of our face. We can move across and we can choose different stroke colours. Not only that, you can change the thickness. So if you go to 18, you can see it's thick. If you can go to 1, you can see it's very thin. Now, we can also change the way that these borders and strokes look. So as you can see, she changed that to 14 and put that on. He's getting a lot more border around that side. We can then change that back to uniform. Now, as mentioned, the control panel is very important. So as you can see, if you choose text, it then changes and gives you even more options. So keep that in mind when we're learning here. So if we play around with that, and then in the next video we're going to just learn how to make some different shapes, so we can begin understanding how we're going to make our different project that we'll do over the next 4 weeks.